But are you guys ready for Sherry Brett? She'll be here in 1 second. Let's talk about alien contact.
Is it just me? Or is it getting crazier out there?
Hey, everybody. I said alien contact, but it's a lot more than that. But hey, everybody, welcome to Paranormal Into the Night right here on the Late Late Horror Show. What is going on? Good to see everybody. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Make sure you hit that bell notification, all that good stuff. Subscribe. All the links are down below. The links to Sherry's YouTube channel, I believe it is. She's got a couple other things too, but check those out down below. Hello, everybody in the chat. Rich Cat. Ginger, what's going on? Connie Clary, Zusha K, RTN Dennis, what's going on? Night Freight Talk Show. Who else is here? Black Roses is here. Good to see everybody. Listen, this is going to be Droon is here. What's going on? This is going to be a very interesting conversation tonight. Pretty deep. Hey, UFOs is no joke. And I turned subscriber mode off. Just keep an eye on the chat, you guys. If I have to put it back on, I will. Sherry's got some people from her group, and she knows that'll be on here, and they might not be subscribed. So want them in here for support and all that. But if it gets out of hand, then we'll change it. But as of now, just poke them out if you guys know your job. You guys know what's going on. But yes, this is going to be very interesting. Sherry Brett is back on. We've talked to her about her witchcraft, and she's into a lot. Listen, when you're going through a lot of the things that she's been through in her life, when it comes to the paranormal side of things, she's going to be a paranormal investigator. She's into witchcraft. She's got well, I'll let her explain. She's in contact with a couple. I'll let her speak for herself. Alien races. And they have information that they want to get out there to everybody. So I will bring her on real quick. Hello, Kristen Bradley. Hola, Sherry. Chris here. So that must be one of them. Let me bring her on. Hey, Sherry, what's going on? Good to have you again.
Hello, and it's really good to be back. I'm very honored to be here.
Thank you. Yeah, there's not too many people that listen. This is, I think, the third time you've been on. There's maybe like 3 or 4 people that have been on like maybe multiple times. So you mentioned what's going on now at the end of the last stream, which I had no idea. I knew you were into ufology. You're part of a group that goes watching for UFOs at night, I do believe, right? Am I wrong?
Yes, we do. We do look for UFOs and stuff. I have actually videos where I've caught some very bizarre lightings and stuff on there. I would not say so much that I am a ufologist. I do more of the connection side and trying to like show that UFOs and stuff are out there. But I am in the learning into the UFO side, which is why I'm part of a number of different groups to try to understand it, the scientific side as well as my communication side.
Gotcha. Hello, Wyatt. What's going on? And Kathy, much love to you. And Night Fright Talk Show. And who else just came in here? I just seen somebody had a question already. But Zusha K says, I love the banner behind you, Sherry. Very cool. But somebody had a question. Where is it? Zusha K, a little too early for questions yet. Save them for the end. Because will they take me off this planet as soon as possible? It's a very good question, and I've been asking that for a long time. Can I hitch a ride with somebody? I mean, you got to pick the right ride, though, because if you take the wrong ride, you're in trouble. But anyways, so I guess, and hello, Princess Braddy Sparkles. What's going on? Good to see you. And let's get into this story. Yeah, you know what? When I see, yeah, new people I'm seeing here, I'm figuring that that's them.
Yeah,
Hey, you guys, make sure you guys
yeah.
subscribe. There's a paranormal show here every week, so you guys might like the content on the channel. So, and I did take it off subscriber mode so you guys can interact. So but listen, this is going to be interesting, and I want to hear the entire story. I want to hear what they have to tell us through you. And but I want to know where all of this UFO stuff kind of began. Like, what was the earliest experience that you had with any kind of alien, interaction or UFO sighting or whatever? Where did it all begin on that side of things for you?
Well, for me, first started with my uncle. My uncle was very into aliens and UFO sites, so there would always be quite a lot of conversation about them. He put that category into my mind of believing in them. But there actually had been things that had happened to me from a very young age that I was not aware of until coming into communication with the extraterrestrials, where they'd opened vision to me on things we endured all through my life. Now, for anybody that knows about UFOs or extraterrestrial, a lot of people that have experienced the sides of being abducted and stuff are very much people that have come into communication with them, but a lot of it is dismissed from the mind. Forms there may be that you may have seen too much, so it could become a risk to them. It could become a risk to us. It could be trauma. It can be relevance to this world and fate and things like that. So there are things that they will exclude from your mind until they feel that you're ready to see it, because it's not all pleasant. And
Right.
as this world, we've got a lot of things that happen here that haven't been, and some of the stuff that has happened to them up there can be connected to doings of down here, even though we are related to them and we are formed by them. They have had to take a step due to obviously some of the disrespect that was done towards them from the humanity. Okay, so for me, as I said, it was my uncle first that opened it to me. Then obviously when I became in communication with Morel is one of my ET watchers, looks over me because I am a starseed. Now, for anybody that is wondering what a starseed is, a
Right.
starseed is somebody that is of an extraterrestrial experience and a person that has been part of that world. Okay. Now,
Okay.
for a lot of starseeds, they either can choose to come to this planet or they're put to this planet for a reason. And it's always to educate, open you, and to show you the true selves of who you are and who you're connected to. So obviously, when I came to this planet, I chose to come through myself, and I wanted to be a teacher to others. I wanted to open them to the prospects and the truth about extraterrestrial and UFOs and this planet and where this planet comes from. Obviously, anyone that knows about the world and the universe, this planet didn't just end up here, and we didn't just end up from a form that made us. Now, a lot of us believe that we're formed of such things as God and God's
Right.
son Jesus and all of these sort of things. Okay, now I'm not mocking religion, and you have the right to go through any faith or any belief that you want, and there are links to him, of obviously, but he is of a higher power than you think. Like Jesus was portrayed as being somebody that was of a human form, that was spiritual. He walked these worlds, but in fact, he was part of an extraterrestrial world. He was actually extraterrestrial, and he was
Okay.
one of the human forms. Okay, now we're all betrayed to believe that God made this world in 7 days, 7 nights, and he made the universe, he made everything. But in fact, there was a number of energies that worked to form us. Extraterrestrials were these people that worked alongside that. Okay, now you may have heard of the word Anunnaki. That's a very high power to do with the extraterrestrials. They
Yeah.
were the teachers of humanity. They came here to educate us, to open us to our true selves. But in time, our personality and all that we gained and understood in them, we changed our mind concept into something they did not want us to turn into. So we then began to believe that we were, and that we have the right to have our own way, which is why this world is going the way it is, because we've gone against the true creators, believing that we're God and we are the creators when we are not. We should be symbolized to them and love to them. So
Okay, well,
I used
we're
I
going
used
all over the place real quick, Sherry. You mentioned a whole mess of stuff that we're kind of jumping. I know you're excited to kind of get all of this out, but there's a lot of information you just put out there that I think we need to get into just a little bit deeper before we get even deeper into what you want to talk about. But yes, God is something that many people use in different terms. God means
yes,
different things to different people.
yeah,
Every religion has a different name for what God is, and
yeah,
but for this conversation, we're speaking that God is an alien species, and you're
yes.
saying he was in human form, but I don't think we're talking about the true God or uh, whatever created everything, right? This is not who you're talking about, right?
I'm talking about those that created humankind, those that helped to create the planet and stuff.
Earth,
Obviously, the worlds that the extraterrestrial come from would have been formed by a energy and a power that is far greater than anything. This is formed by universe. This is known as God. God, in my opinion, even though has come through as being of a, Jesus has come through as being a human, are in fact also an energy of the universe, the energy of many things. Now, they
right,
portray and go into many aspects of beings. And obviously, humankind was formed by themselves and by extraterrestrial, the same as these
right,
worlds. These worlds would have been placed and worked on by extraterrestrial. These worlds belong to extraterrestrial before they belong to humankind. So
right,
there, there isn't just God. It's not just God that is the
right.
creator of these worlds
So,
or of us. So are they.
yeah,
They were
so in this
the same
conversation,
thing. Okay,
yeah, so in this conversation, we're talking about uh, the creator of the human race as we know it right now. Uh, am I wrong? Okay.
yeah, I'm not saying that God is not a creator of us, but God and Jesus' son, yeah, that he was meant to have sacrificed, he was meant to have given up for things to put us right. I'm not saying that I don't believe in that, but I believe that there was more than just them. There were other energies, other characteristics that were also involved in this, which is why they're going through the suffering that they go through up there, because they were also our creators, not just
Yeah.
God, not just Jesus.
Okay, so I want to get really quick, and we'll start right where we just ended here. But we quickly went through like your beginnings. Like, let me go back again real quick though. You didn't have UFO sightings when you were younger. Nothing of the sort. Am I wrong? You didn't have any kind of alien
Let me
abductions or anything
let
like
me
that.
explain that, because you're probably lost on where I got into all of this, and I was able to find all this out. So obviously,
We
like I
have
said,
plenty
I
of
used to
time to
talk to
get
my
the
uncle.
Yeah, we have plenty of time to
Yeah,
get the information that they want to tell us
yeah.
out there. But I just want
So
to see. Yeah, go ahead.
obviously, for me, I communicated and spoke to my uncle. My uncle was a very big believer in extraterrestrial. We would always watch things to do with programs and stuff, and I had always found that very fascinating, as well as always being attracted to the stars, the moons, and other things like that. I had always felt that I did not belong in this world, that I was from somewhere else. This is why my life has never planned out the way it should, because I'm not here as somebody that is meant to be living here. I'm here as somebody that's been put here or chose to be here to educate. So through talking to my uncle, obviously I was opened even more to extraterrestrial. Obviously through my
Mhm.
young age, I do not remember the experiences that I had, but I have been shown that I had experiences when I was young. There was one
Okay.
incident when I was about 6 or 7. I was supposed to have gone outside because I'd seen a light. And when coming outside, I was able to see this triangular object where some beings come out and greeted me and said, "Hello, Shaharlan." Shaharlan is my name, my extraterrestrial name. Okay.
Gotcha.
But I don't remember this as a child. This is through me communicating with extraterrestrial. But this is what happened in my young age. Going through life, I would have experiences that I would remember. My main experiences would be that I would have what I believed was an out-of-body experience. I didn't realise it at the time, but what I would do is I would see myself laying in bed. Then I know that I would be asleep, but I'd see myself standing in my front room. And you would see these lights, very bright white lights, coming to the back of my door where I would go into. And I remember seeing the beings, but at that time do not remember what they were doing to me and stuff. So I would have this recall of being took and coming back and losing a number of times. So where I would go, I would come back here and I'd wake up and I'd be like, well, what happened? Like, how did I see these things? How was I betraying these things? How was I going to these places? Why were these occurrences coming nearly every night? I was being taken every night and I was being put back to where I was. Then it got more peculiar because I started to see them in the sky. I would see different objects in the sky, different lights in the sky, and they would turn up at specific times. And it would always be around times where I was having difficulty, or if I needed to have a clarification on something. They would come, they would be seen, I would be able to get answers to what I needed to know. So through doing that, I would obviously have those experiences, but then it come on to one experience that I believed and put down to being a spirit at one point. I was in a car with a friend and we were driving back from another friend's house. We're going down this lane and there was this very tall figure in the road, about 10, 12 foot tall, had the most greenest orb light around him. I put it down to being a spirit at the time because I was very into my paranormal and I wasn't really diving into my UFO side and stuff very much at that time. So I put it down into being a spirit. But then I went on to have an experience where I was with an actual UFO, again, like I did when I was a child. I'm in a car with my friend. We're driving back very late at night, 12 o'clock at night. And we come to a junction. It's very late. There's no cars about. We see this object coming from across the field in the sky. And we've both got our mouths wide open because we can see the object is clearly not of this world. It was completely different to anything I'd ever seen in life. This object come up above the car, had no sound, just a very slight whirring sound where we opened windows and we could hear this whirring sound. There was this triangular shape, and then there was this triangular object underneath that was spinning continuously. And we sat there and we're like, my friend goes, "What the hell is that? Like, what is it?" I said, "I think you know what it is," like tapping him on the leg. "I think you know what it is." And like the light flashed over the car and we were taken for 2 hours. We do not recall
what year was this?
We do not.
What year was this?
This was 6 years ago.
6 years ago. Okay. Now continue. You say you have no idea what happened or anything like that.
No, we didn't have no idea of what happened, but I think the reason for that was because there was somebody else in the car that wasn't familiar with these sightings and things like that. He was quite scared of anything paranormal or anything like that. He didn't really like any of that. It made him feel uneasy. But we do not recall having the experience at the time. We just recall seeing the object, seeing the light that blinded us, losing 2 hours of time. When we come back, the car had been moved from the spot that we were at and moved like 15 minutes down the road to another area, and we'd not drove the car.
Hmm. Okay. And
So
you
we were
guys have
trying
no
to understand.
idea.
And my mate goes, right, we left at 12 o'clock. I said, yeah. He goes, how have we lost 2 hours?
Yeah.
I said, what do you mean? He goes, we've been gone for 2 hours. Where did we go? Like, I don't remember seeing anything, doing anything. All I remember is seeing that object, that craft in the sky, and that was it. I was like, it is said that when extraterrestrial take you, that sometimes they will not allow you to remember the experience at that time. I said, I think that's what's happened. We've had lost time. After
Well,
this experience, I'd had for several days after very peculiar feelings. I was getting a lot more sightings in the skies. They were being around a lot more. I was having these continuous sightings where I'm sitting in my bed and I'm asleep and I'm in my front room and I'm seeing these lights coming to the doorway and taking me. But then when that was happening, and to remember certain things, like I remember being in a white room and I remember being on this very clean white sort of bed and went there and had these very tall human-like standing around me doing experiments. So they were doing things like taking the blood. I have a object in my chest and an object
okay.
arm that I got from having the abductions.
Yeah. Two implants. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Have you
I've got
ever
one here and
thought of
one
trying
here.
to get those out or not at all?
No,
No.
no.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-mm.
So I think we got to lay down a couple facts here first, though, so that everybody understands. And Ghost Squad Scotland, listen, if you've got a story to tell, get a hold of me through my email. You seem to be going through some stuff too and having visitations and dealing with the same kind of issues. I'd like to talk to you if you wanted to. Um, but
Ghost of
first
Scotland.
off,
Yeah, that is.
yeah, your parents are, one is Pleiadian, right? Am I wrong? And the other one is Lyran,
Yeah,
and they're both human
yes.
type species.
Human forms of alien, yeah.
Right. So that makes you not of this earth, but technically of this earth because you were born here, right? So um,
Well, yeah,
am
I
I
was
wrong?
born here in this form. Obviously, when I was up
Right.
there, I chose to come here and to come here to take a human form. So my extraterrestrial body would not come here. My extraterrestrial body will be with them up there, and I come to here, and I
And
become
how did
human.
you?
So I am born as a human. I am born as a human baby.
So how did you come to find out that your parents were of different, alien species, Pleiadian and Lyran? How did you come to figure that out?
Uriel,
Who is?
Uriel, the extraterrestrial guy that I talk to, that is my watcher and was with me in my planet,
Okay.
was one of my protectors in my planet. He is here
Okay.
to communicate with me and he's helping to open me up and help me to understand who I truly am. This is how I come to learn of my mother and my father. My
Okay.
mother was obviously Pleiadian and my
Hmm.
father was Lyran. Now, my father's world, which is Lyra, was attacked by negative energy from their system. They had to flee their world and go planets. Now, my father landed on my mother's planet where my mother and my father fell in love and I was formed. I was
Okay.
formed of both.
Okay, what boy, there's a lot of questions right there. I'd like to get into, but I mean, you probably don't know most of them. I mean, that's why I try to have on as many guests as possible that know or have some kind of interest in the field. But I mean, why all of this takes place and why they don't. I mean, I understand the concept of they're here, they're in human form, but they're flying about from universe to universe, not from universe to,
Yes.
you know what I'm talking about, from galaxy to
They're,
galaxy,
they're,
whatever, throughout the
they're
universe.
flying from system to system, from
but
different
yeah, but yet we're
environments
not.
come up there.
Yeah, but yet we're not exposed to them, and everybody gives me the same old excuse that we're ants in a petri dish. We're not allowed to be exposed to them. They're not allowing
No,
us to know about them.
no,
And
it's not that.
okay, go ahead. Explain to me if
It's
you
not that.
know. Okay.
The simple fact is, when we formed to be a certain way, and we never turned out that way. Obviously, when the the Anunnaki and that come to educate us and learn us about ourselves and about where we came from, there were things in
Right.
life that betrayed our way of thinking, and we become against them. We then started to see them as an enemy. So they were pushed off this planet, even though it was their planet as well as all the planets. We belong to everything. So
Right.
when they left, they would still watch from a distance because they are connected to us and they are part of us and they have created us. But they cannot statistically just come and start communicating with anybody because there are people in this world that betray. Okay. We have such leaders and people that we follow that have learned us for many, many, many years to not believe in certain things and to not be certain. And these are things that that's to be like. So for that reason, that puts them in danger and that puts them at risk. So they choose only to communicate to those that most feel connected to them and know that they connect to them. Okay. So they'll
How
communicate
does
with
that?
them, and what they're doing.
Okay, go ahead. I'm just curious how that puts them at
What they're
risk.
doing,
Okay.
because if you think about it, they came down here, they helped us to form technology.
Mm-hmm.
They helped us to form our minds to the category that we could be very bright beings and do many different things. Okay, we were given different characteristics for different things. Now, some of these beings in this world have turned destructive. Okay, they've become nasty. They do very evil
Right.
and bad things that they're not familiar with. Okay, so they cannot statistically come straight into this world and start coming in and communicating with everyone because there is so many people they are and
Yeah.
what they are. So many that believe that they're here to end our world and to end us. They cannot just come here because it puts them at risk. It puts them at danger because there will be people, if they were to just land here and show themselves to everyone, that would probably shoot them or do something. Okay, and that's not what they're coming here to do. They're trying to help us. They're trying to save our planet. They're trying to help us to open to our true spiritual self. But
So are
because
you saying
of the
that
way
we've
that some characteristics are,
so are
because
you
of the
saying that
way
we've
that
come
some of the
sorry, there's a delay. It's kind of hard, but we're trying our best here. So are you saying that maybe we as a human species have come to a point to where they're uh, in danger if they come down here, help us out anymore, speak up or anything like that? Is that the point that
not
we've
so,
come to?
not that they're in this criteria at the minute, where at the minute, because of the way the world is and the way that the world is dramatically falling apart, things that we do, the wars that we're putting on each other, these could be very catastrophic for them to engage. Okay, and like anything in this world, there is fate. They
Yeah.
can't come here and start messing with certain things to do with us because it could change the characteristic and fates of us and the characteristic and fates of them. They can only step in when truly needed. Obviously, we're going through war and things at the minute, but we're still in that place where we've not found ourselves. We are very dangerous beings. Okay, so
Well,
if
can
they
I
were to
just
come and
say
invade,
then?
come here and come into communication with us and try to save some of us, we're going to be taking what we're doing to this world to their world. They don't want that. They're not people that are evil or bad. They're very peaceful, loving and caring beings. They're people that believe and care about everything that they have created and everything they've been part of. So for them to come
Well,
here and just remove us or step in could potentially put us in danger and put them in danger. We need to be able to really truly know ourselves before we can reach that higher self, where we can say, okay, we understand what you're about, we understand who you are, which I'm taking that category, my spiritual self. I know who I
right.
am and I believe in them 100% because of my communication. But there are
But
many that doesn't, and there are many that would use a different way of reacting to them. If they were to just land them in their spaceships and start talking to you, half of you would shoot their heads off or start freaking out or doing whatever, because how we're known to do. But when we want to do offense, instead of trying to talk,
they have no weapons then, nothing to defend themselves. I think they're probably, and
yeah,
again,
they
Sherry,
do. They do have weapons, of course they do. They have
yeah,
weapons. They have things
so let me
that they've
just
had to come to protect themselves.
let me just say this real quick. I'm sorry. It's the delay. I'm not trying to jump in on you on purpose, but this is listen, I'm at a point to where I'm just frustrated by the whole thing. And we will get to like the purpose and all of that. I understand that, and we will talk about that. But I'm just at a point where I'm frustrated about all of this, because there's good and evil everywhere. If you're saying that they go back to their planet, wherever they live, and everything is good, and that is why that they can't come here and intervene or land and work something out, intermingle amongst us. Here, they can't just show up here without humanity being ready to receive them. That's one of the things, and no disrespect, Princess Brandy Sparkles, but that's one of the things just me as a person get annoyed with all the time, because listen, I know I'm ready. I know most of the people are ready to be exposed to something more, something that's out there that can come here and help this planet out, right? Because there's so much evil, there's so much war, there's so much famine, death, sickness.
Yes, there is. And I'm not saying don't experience that up there, but they've had to act in a way that they don't like to act. They are not people that like to kill people. They are not people that like to have war. Yes, they have negative energy up there, but they are more in happens up there than what we are down here, is what I'm saying. They have way up there and put things like that under control. This world is not in control. This world is a disruptive world, okay, because of things that we follow and we believe. The very people they put their trust in to look over us and to help us are the very people that are working against them, are betraying them to be in dangerous things. Yes, they have negative energy. Yes, they know how to fight now, but they started out not like that. They started out as peaceful beings, nothing about war, until they were attacked. They had to kill and put blood upon their hands, which they hate more than anything. They do not want that for this world. They do not want to come here and have to kill us because of our actions to them, because of our beliefs, because what we've had put in our heads. They have to step back from that.
So was it a mistake?
They cannot put us in danger.
So was it a mistake on their part, the Anunnaki, whoever it was that came here to teach us, that when we went to war or whatever and killed some of their their species who were trying to teach us technology and the way of life and all of that stuff, why did they not correct that? Why did they not say, listen, that must stop now? They were the higher being. They're the ones teaching us. Why would they not, like a mother and a son or whatever, slap their hand and say, listen, enough is enough. You do not do that. You're not allowed these weapons. Why did they just leave, if that's the case, and just say, oh, they're becoming evil, let them be?
When they came here and they communicated and they were educating us, we were not in the category that we're in now. They learned us technology and things, but then our beings started to turn against them. They started to see characteristics in them that they were not 100% familiar with and did not feel comfortable with engaging with, because they were changing in their way. We then become part, and we had royalty, we had all of these sort of high-powered people that were put in this world. They were given certain structures and certain ways to be, but they didn't become that way. They started to form technology that destroys our world and destroys other worlds, okay? We fire rockets and all sorts of things into our world. Don't you think that's destroying the world? Don't you?
Yeah, but why did they allow that?
They're here
why did they allow that?
They do love us. They do care about us. They are trying to stop that, but they can only do so much at the minute. They're not, it's fate, okay? We chose our fate. We chose to be this way. That is not down to them. That's down to us. We were given a mind to be who we wanted to be. Some of us chose to start it. Some of us chose to be good, chose to carry on in the light. Others did not, okay? They chose to go the opposite way. Like you're saying, why did they not? So why did they not step in? Why did they not do this? Fight. They're not here to say that our governments and everybody else are telling us that they're going to be. That is not what they're here to do. So why would they stand here? Why would they land here knowing what we think? They will only talk to those that are open, loving, and caring to them. Now, I understand you're saying that you're open, you accept them and things like that. I understand that. But there could be other people around you that are not. So for that reason, they don't communicate with you.
Well, I'm saying that I don't think they should have let it get to that point to begin with. You know what I mean? I think
it wasn't them that got it to that point. They didn't form negative energy. We were consumed by something that changed us. It wasn't them that chose for us to be this way. This is how we chose to become.
There was no,
because we started
there was no way of them correcting it,
images, memories, feelings, and all them sort of things. We started reacting on things that human their self that are in royal and in role with us and in charge of us have put to us. Like we're believed and we're educated that there's good, there's bad, there's evil, there's greed, there's this, there's that. There's no such thing as any of that. Okay, it's all illusions because of what we actually react on. So when we have those impulses that we want power, that's not them putting that onto us. That's us being greedy. That's us wanting something that we're not made to be. Okay, to be equal. We were all made to be able to be under each other. We were all been able to be together. They should be able to be here with us. We should be able with them. But that's not how this world ended up. This world become very one-sided. We only exist. We are the power. Right. We are the way. What we say goes. So why are they going to come to that? Why are they going to come here, land their spaceships and go, please, my friends, my loved ones, please listen to me. We're not going to listen because we're so full with things that people have put into our heads that we don't believe in any other way. We don't believe there's any other way. We have forgot who we truly are. We have forgot who our true creators were. We do not respect our creators. We do not respect the people that formed us and made us good ones. We don't.
Well, I would have to say though, Sherry, I would have to say, and I see all the comments. You guys are definitely going on and on in the comments and stuff like that. And a lot of this, I think we know. Like, let's see, is you have to remember they don't just come from space. Listen.
Yes,
I think we all know that in this field that there's different dimensions. Some have been here, some haven't. But I'm just curious why they let it get to that point. Then, evidently, at one point when they were teaching the technology, it meant something for them to get us on the right path. And at some point, they abandoned the course and situation and said, to hell with this. These people can't be controlled or be led in a direction that's good.
There are other energies. There are other energies that are here. Okay, that are from
right. Many others
that are not of their nature. And those, as well as us, are against them. Now, they are far more powerful and greater than what we are. And very, very much, it's not just living here, Dino. There are negative energies in their world living here that are just as powerful. There was no choice but to leave. Where we become consumed of who we are and what we were becoming, those energies become more greater. More we fed them to be greater and more powerful. to the point that anything that they can really do at that time, because they weren't that educated on how to fight and how to be of a protection.
Okay, so there,
as I said,
so there you
they
go.
started off as peaceful beings. When they come here and formed us, they were peaceful beings. They didn't fight.
No. So Sherry, so that's exactly what I was trying to get to. That was my
Yeah,
point. It's not
yeah,
just that they were leading and we rebelled and all that stuff, which, you know, you find stories of that everywhere throughout history. But there is not just, there are many, many species on the planet. Some are good, some are evil. Listen, there's fallen angels that you could put in a very evil category.
yes,
Demons, you
very
know,
much so.
there are very negative beings. So for us to be corrupted and taken into a different way, I could see that they would back up and go, listen, we've been pushed aside.
And some of
Okay.
these beings are of their own. Some of these
Yeah.
beings are of their own, and they know their power, and they know that they cannot stand up against each other. When they
Right.
come here, they were peaceful beings. They wanted to learn us the right way. But through the negativity, the change in who we are, who we become, and them energies being here through image, through thought, memory, and things, that the things that we would portray would go onto them. It would open them to more of that negativity, make them more stronger, and things like that. They are here. The Anunnaki are an evil thing. The Anunnaki is
No.
not to blame in this. The Anunnaki was trying to form a better being. The civilizations have worked with many different beings in this world. We are not the first humankind to be living on this planet. Every humankind that has been on this planet has failed due to these negative energies. We have been consumed, okay? But we are a far greater energy through what we have been formed at, and they do see potential in us, which is why they're hanging around, because they know that the light is in us. They know that we know who we are. Just some of us need to find that. And if we're going to continue to feed into the negativity and believe that everything in this world is a negative thing, then we're going to continue to do that, which makes those energies stronger and stronger. They are planning on coming back. And they are planning on making it. Of course they are. But
and others who are trying to intervene.
And we have to be in a place where we're like, okay, we accept you. We accept you. We know you're real. We're not going to hurt you. At the minute, if they were to come back just fully fledged and show themselves to all of us, there is going to be people back to them in a completely different way. They're not going to accept them. They're not going to be okay with them. They're going to believe that they're here to kill, because those negative energies are using them to get where they want. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be in their form either. Okay, right? I'm sorry to do this, but royalty, government, TVs, books, all of these things are meant to be luxuries, things that look over us, things that look after us, when in fact they're the opposite. They're the opposite. They are here to keep us controlled. They are here to show us visions and sights and signs that are not real, that bring out that negativity. Until we can stop waking up to things that are no good for us and things that are putting us in a far worse place, not a lot that they can do apart from what that have chose to come here to try to put that light in our seeds, for instance. There are other extraterrestrials that are good, that are here, that have took human form, that are trying. But this clearly shows that even though all the hard work we try and do, this world is not changing. This world is getting worse. This world is getting worse.
Well, exactly.
It needs
I know. And
it needs more
people to
accept it. It needs more people to say, we are the light. We love you. We understand. We're going to help you. We're going to stand with you, not against you. This world divides population. It divides everything. And that's all it's ever done all through our life, through school, through college, through all sorts of things. We've been brought up, don't talk to this country, don't talk to that country, don't do this. These people are really bad because they do this. These people are good. It's always been a division, okay, when this is not what this world is about. We're not a divided world. We are all one, okay? It's just people need to wake to the light. People need to realize their true selves. Once they realize their true selves and realize who they're supposed to be, that's when they can step in and go, okay, now we can help you to change this world. We can help you to get better. Until you do that, they can't, because we are dangerous. We are disruptive.
Right. With listen, with
they
that,
don't want to kill.
With power comes agendas, evil. Anyways, Kristen Bradley did say, think of it this way: everything exists point blank. Listen, that's easier said than understood. I think we all understand that's everything is made of energy. Everything is connected some way throughout the entire universe, and it is a good point. But listen, people have been trying to spread the word of peace and love for as long as I can remember, and
yes, they have.
it's just,
there isn't enough of them out there.
It's not helping though. I think we're on a path, and of course that they can intervene, they can try to help and everything else as much as they want. I think we're on a path of destruction again, and then wipe the surface clean and start over again. I don't know what to say, but that's kind of where it's going.
Like people say that they're not really helping us. They're not really doing things, but they are, because they're coming and they're talking to those that can open you to that. But they are trying to help you. It's if you choose to listen to it. It's if you choose to listen to the people like myself that are sitting there talking to you today. It's if you choose to listen to that. They are trying to help. There are things changing in this world. Like, you know, like for instance, you've got stuff like tobacco and stuff, really bad, gives you cancer, stuff like that. But they're bringing out new theories and new strategies, where there isn't nicotine, there are things like that, and it can become a healthier way. They are putting things out there. We've got a lot of people in this world with very clever mind, okay, and we've got perceptions on things that we can do that make things better. These people, where do you think those sights, those images, those visions, and all those things come from? From the higher powers, the ones that created us. They are helping us, but they can only do it from a distance. It's you that can make it right. They're not here to make it right. They've done what they can to help us.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Can make the world right is by making ourselves right. Okay, because we were given that option. Okay, it's not that they've done it to us. Yeah, it is. But if people come to realize, right, that not everything that we follow every day and everything that we listen to every day is the truth, okay, then maybe we would open a little bit more. Okay,
exactly. And Ghost Squad Scotland says they will intervene if we use nuclear weapons.
Yes.
Listen,
most definitely they will, and they already do.
We've used nuclear weapons though, and they have not intervened. So why? So people say that all the time.
There has been things that have been done. There have been things that have been done where they have intervened. There have been stuff like that that's been intervened. There's been certain things that have been blown up and stopped from doing what it's meant to do because they've intervened. They have.
But things have gone on that they didn't stop.
Yeah, but that's not them, is that? That's not them. That's us. We choose to go and continue to make these and continue to do all this evil. That's not them.
No, I know.
That's
I know, and I was referring to what Ghost Squad Scotland said. They will intervene if we use nuclear weapons, and I said no, they won't.
Oh yeah, no, they will, and they have. Like in the sky, you must have seen the videos where, like rockets or things have been sent up, and you've seen some.
But they can't get everything done.
Blow them up. They do do it. They do.
But they can't get everything.
Only in little ways.
And the other thing is all the ads, TV and everything consumes sleep. Listen, don't watch commercials. Don't watch ads. You want to watch a movie and enjoy something, you put in a DVD, Blu-ray or something else. Do not watch anything that has commercials on it anymore. Okay. That's all I can tell you, because yes, if you're going to do that and get the subliminal messages and listen to all the evil and all that trash that is on there in between the movies and the enjoyment that you're trying to get out of what you're doing, the entertainment, do not watch those. But anyways, so let's move on. Let's move on a little bit.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying to people to stop reading books and stop watching things. What I'm saying is, when you read and watch it, don't portray that as a real thing. Okay, and don't act.
Right.
And a lot of people will. They'll see told things and they act on it? Why do they have to do that? Why do they believe a book or somebody that's supposed to be of a higher power and supposed to be talking over us and supposed to be ruling us? Why are we listening to such people as that when they have no intentions of making this world any better? They don't care about us. They don't care about what happens to us. Okay. When they made these people to be that way, they expected them to be of a good power, but that power, that strength, and that being in control overtook them. It overswayed their way of thinking, their true way of thinking. Which then made it where we're divided. Okay, look at like over here, for instance, our royal families. Our royal families will not mingle with our own people. They'll go out for little special functions, but they won't walk among us. They won't let their kids mingle with us. That is not how this world was meant to be. We're all meant to be equal and as one. That's what they wanted us to be. Okay.
Amen.
We chose to divide who we are. We chose to divide the world. We chose to put hate to other countries. We chose to invade and to kill and to do these things. That's not them. That's us.
I just wish,
and
I just wish there was somebody
very deep.
Yes, I just wish that there was somebody throughout time, any whatever species, of aliens that were out there that intervened in any way whatsoever, would have stuck to their guns if they were helping this planet out and the human race that is on this planet we call Earth. I wish they would have stuck it out and helped us just a little bit more to get past. If listen, they probably seen us fail over and over again. Just stick with us and let us get through this. And listen, I'm hoping for the Great Awakening to happen and to ascend to a higher place. But
of course, and it is happening, Dino. Okay, just in very small ways, and we're not getting to notice that, a lot of us, because a lot of us are consumed about the negativity. As I said to you earlier, there are negatives that are at play here. Okay. And some of those energies are so powerful because they are of them. Okay. And they can't intervene in certain ways. If our people in this world that they put in control actually chose to listen to them and actually worked with them and actually done the right thing, they would stay here and this world would be a lot of a better place. But we chose to go against everything we were taught, everything that we were shown. That is not their fault.
Well, not everybody. I'm sure
not everybody,
the majority
a majority of these people here are like that,
yes.
Even the true people that rule us are negative. You must have heard about how the royals and all people that they're supposed to be reptilian. Reptilian, one of the worst alien species you could ever come across. Okay, and any species will fear it. Okay, they are supposed to walk among here and up there. Okay. And that is one thing they don't want to come across and things like that. So for us, we wasn't given, and they wasn't given that option. These things happened and they had to step back. And it's not because they wanted to. It's because they had no choice. Okay. And like people go, yeah, but how comes they haven't come back and stopped this world war? How not stopped all of this stuff that's going on? Because that negative energy at play. Because we have not woke up to who we are. How can
the negative energy is never going to
stop make us a better being if half of us don't want to listen?
Oh yeah, no, we can move on from there, because listen, this is something that we can go on and on and on and discuss. And is anything going to change to get better
next week?
Yeah, right. I mean, nothing is really ever going. Listen, okay. So Horror Junkie, thank you. Much love to you for the $5 super chat. I appreciate it very much. There was one question before I get to what they have to tell us that you might be hearing from them that might help the future of mankind. But one thing I was curious about was the race, the Pleiadians, the Lyrans. Why your earlier experiences, were you still having these kind of, which you called out of body experiences, but were somewhat, missing time, abductions of some sort? What was going on there? If they were, you are the offspring of they, what was going on there? I mean,
because when I came from that world and I chose to be here, I'm not allowed to remember who I was up there. I have to find that myself. I found who I was up there through my experiences. That opened me to them. A lot of people will open to celestial, and extraterrestrial will become open to you if you start to remember who you were. Okay? So I go through these experiences. I have all of these things happening. I wasn't allowed to remember because a lot of it would have been very scary. I had some very horrible things happen to my planet up there, and some very horrible things that I would never have wanted to relive, and I wouldn't have been able to deal with a year ago. Okay, and they have to protect us. They don't want to push us further into the dark. They want to bring us out of the dark. So they have to be careful with how they communicate and how they do things. So they do things, such things as abductions and that. We remember being abducted, but we may not remember all of the things that happened. But that gives that betray that they're here.
Hey, Sherry, can I say something real quick? Sherry, can I say something real quick? Princess Bratty Sparkles, do you badger all your guests? Listen, I've had Sherry on twice, and I've loved her being on the
he's
show.
Just a very, he's not badgering me at all. He's just somebody that is very, very into this sort of stuff and wants to understand a little bit more.
It's called a lot. Okay. Yeah, it's called a discussion.
It's just that she's very protective of me because she knows that I do a lot of work. She knows that I've gone through a lot.
Listen, if you let people just go on speaking, which Sherry, I love to listen to you speak, but if you go on and you don't ask questions, I'm not a robot. I need to learn. You say something, I need to ask a question. That's not called badgering. You're taking it the wrong way, Princess. I understand that you're protective, but sometimes you got to let people have even if it's a little argumentative, it's a discussion. I respect everything that Sherry has to say. I'm not arguing
with you. I just, when I'm really passionate about something, I do high rate, and this is a very passionate thing to me.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Princess Sweetheart, I've got no problem with Dino. Dino's a very awesome guy. Okay, so don't worry there. I can handle it. You can see I'm handling it. It's fine. I'm answering what he wants me to answer. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So don't worry.
So with that said, let's move on to what they're actually, because they're trying to get something out to the people, right? There is a message there. And what are they trying to have you? Yeah, what are they trying to get out to us?
Is to wake up to the light, to wake up to who you truly are. To be able to save yourselves and to save this world, you need to know who you are. Okay, for you to be able to get the help and to get them to be able to come back here and be with us fully, that we can be who we're supposed to be, we need to open up to ourselves. They can't make us open up. Okay, only we can do that. All they can do is give us images, visions, maybe do things such as abductions, things like these are all little triggers to trigger our brain off to know they're here. Okay, that's the start of belief. Okay, they are trying to make us see that they are true and they are real. Okay, we have for many, many years been betrayed by many people to say that they're not real, or they're here to do war, they're here to kill us, they're here to end us, they're here to do all these sorts. They know our concept of mind and how we work, okay, and how we see things. Okay, so they use such people as me to be the ones that speak the light. Okay, so their vision and their ways is to save humanity, is to save this planet, but to be able to do so, you need to wake and you need to do some of the work yourselves. Okay, and that starts with trusting yourself, noticing the things that you don't notice anymore, such things as nature, all the things that benefit and gift you and are good for you that we've forgot because we've got so many things in this world that has took our mind away from that. Okay, all of the things that we believe are luxury and are good for us are in fact the opposite. Okay, the true selves, the true beings, are those that are connected to our world, to our planet. We have that love, we have that understanding, we have belief. We believe in making better, not making worse. There are so many of you out there that are not open to that. You are lost. Okay, you forgot who you are.
Well, how do we get them back?
You see your life and your way through what you've been educated and taught to do. Okay, and it's time for you to wake up from that And it's time for you to realize that you've been manipulated by those that were supposed to be the ones you trust in. Okay, you've been manipulated. You've been forced to be something that you're not. Okay, and it's your option and your way and your choice to change that. Now, we have all got the audacity, ability to be a better person. It's if you choose to be. Now, when they're coming forward, they come forward because they want you to know that they are helping. They are trying to wake us up. That is why they're doing such things as sightings. That's why you're seeing them in the sky, because they're hoping this will trigger people to think, hang on, all this time the government told us that UFOs don't exist, or all these times the government told us they're here to attack us. How comes they haven't attacked us then? How comes they've only sat in the sky and allowed us to see them? Why have they not attacked you? Because it's lies. Okay, and they want you to know that. They want you to open to the truth, your true self. You belong to them.
What's the next step though?
You belong to God. Okay.
Yeah, what's the next step though, Sherry? Because disclosure's been happening for many, many years. We've been seeing sightings.
But there's not disclosure in the way that there should be. There is still that treachery. There is still that belief. Oh well, some of these are weather balloons. These are ducks. These are this. These are that. There is not full connection and belief in them. Okay, so it's not. We have got disclosure. Yes, we've had things happen. Yes, we've seen things, but we're not. We're still moving in the path that we shouldn't be, even though we've had things shown to us and we're seeing things that tell us every day that they're here. There are still people there that are like, oh, no, they're not real. They're not real. That's just something from the government. That's just something from this. And you're still denying them. How can they help people that deny them? If you open and you love and you show to them, then they can be more connected.
Well, it's tough because, again, do they need to take the next?
Tough. It starts with loving yourself. And a lot of you people do not self. You do not love yourself. You do not believe in yourself. You don't believe you're a higher power or a great person or a strong, powerful being. You all think the opposite of yourself. It's time for you to self-love yourself and see that you are a truly and powerful being that do so much for this world and so much. Okay, but believe that there's not going to be a lot that you see change. Of course not. How can this world change for you if you don't want to change? How? Because it will continue. It will.
Well, again,
continue.
There's a lot of people out there doing. There's a lot of people out there doing exactly what you're saying, though. Like I'm one of them, but there's many other people.
There's not enough. There's
and
not
listen,
enough.
though.
There isn't enough.
No, I know, and I agree with you. And love conquers all. Love is one of the most powerful feelings ever. When it comes to emotions and feelings. But the point I'm trying to get across is, Sherry, is that why don't they take the next step then? If they've been showing themselves for years and years and years and saying, hey, we're here, here's the proof, we're in the sky, but it's still not working, why don't they take the next step? Why don't they land, or why don't they take a group of people? How about that?
How can they? How can they
can take a group of people
that don't believe in them and don't trust in them? Like you're saying that people are changing, but there are so many people that are not. There are still so many people that would run up to them with a glute them in the head and say, you're dangerous, you're here to kill us. There's so many people still like that. It shows in this world every single day.
Well, that's why they need to take...
If they step here and that happens, they know that they have to rebel. They know they're going to have to fight on us, and they don't want to do that. They do not want to kill us.
I don't think they need think that needs to happen, that we shoot onto them.
But
I think if they play their... Listen,
there's so many worlds already at war. There's already so many...
I know, but Sherry, listen, the point I'm trying to make, though... No, I know. Listen, but the point I'm trying to make, though, is if they're trying to help and they're scared to land so that they don't get confronted with violence, they're smart enough to know that they can find a few individuals or a group of people and and get them on board.
Yeah,
And
maybe, but that can still put us at danger because there are still so many people out there that don't believe in us. So if we was to step in with them and go, okay, we're part of them, with this, with that, what's to say that we don't get killed as well because of what they believe in, because of what we follow?
are you okay, Sherry?
It's not that simple. This world is full
Yeah,
of evil and badness. There was a
exactly.
place the other day that got hit by 80 missiles, and you're asking why a spaceship won't come and show themselves to you. That's for the very reason, because they're powerful, and they know that if they got attacked, they would have to fight back on their own, which they don't want to do. They've had to do that in the past, and it lays on them. Them because they are true. They are true beings of the light.
Right, right.
They don't
Listen,
want
Sherry.
to do that thing. That is not who they are.
Okay, hold on a second. I'm not making you cry, right? You're just crying because you're passionate, right?
No,
Am I going to?
no, because you're not understanding what they're saying, and people trying to say that they're not helping and that we're not doing anything.
No,
We are.
it's not.
You
It's not
are the
that.
people. You are the people that chose
Right.
to make your action. You're the people that chose to act the way that you are. Okay, we could put our people that love to you. We could get them to talk to you with us here. They could face the same consequences as us. And how would you feel as people? If we had to come here attacked, we would have to fight back. That is not who we are. We do not want to kill. We do not take
No, I
life,
know,
good or
Sherry.
bad.
Sherry,
We don't. We do
you
not
keep
agree in that.
saying that. Listen, Sherry. Hold on a second here. You keep
It's
saying
not.
that.
It's
I
that. It's not.
understand that. No, I understand that, and
It's
again, with respect and love to you and the message you're trying to get out and everything, that is not, you keep saying that, and that's not the point I'm trying to make. I'm not saying that I want them to come here and something to happen. I'm just asking, listen, if they can't do nothing about this, then so be it. I understand that. It's just I'm very passionate about the world changing too. I'm passionate about getting rid of all of the evil, getting rid of all of the bad that is happening
yeah.
on this planet. And if
Yeah.
there's somebody or
And that's
someone
what they're
or
doing. Why do you
something
think
out
there's
there,
such people as me? Why do you think there's such people as me? Because they are doing the work. They are trying to reach out to us. They are to change us. They are trying to do these things. It's if you choose
and
to
that's the
listen to
point.
it.
I'm listening to it, and I'm sure there's tons of.
Once you accept that, and other people accept that, and you go, okay, I want to be a better person. I don't want to kill. I don't want to do these things. That's when they'll go, okay, and I will put my hands up and I will come and help you. I will save your world. But until you save your soul and save who you are, they won't. Because it's, and I keep saying this to you, like they come, they like I said, they could come
I
here,
know.
but most of them would get shooed back off the planet like they did the first time by us. They would be
I know. I
shot at.
understand.
And the thing is they will self-defense themselves. And that would mean some of us being killed, which they don't want to happen. They don't want to kill their own people.
Exactly. Exactly. I understand. But how do you convince?
And open to us in a loving and a good way. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to reach in a loving way. They're trying to talk to us in a good way.
No, I know. Listen, listen, love is everything. Listen, Chris, right here, Christian Bradley again. You say something that's
they can help.
Definitely everybody knows. Then love your neighbor, be kind daily, think of your own action. Listen, that's been since the beginning of time. We've been told that. Through our religious leaders and everybody else, you love thy neighbor. It's the part of the 10 commandments. I mean, we've always been told that is what we're supposed to do, but we do not do that. And the point I'm trying to get across here is Sherry's somebody who's trying to spread the message that we need to get rid of all of that, the hatred, the evil. I understand the message that's coming from you, but not how do you convince the people that aren't going to listen? Are we on a path to to nothing ever fixing itself. You know what I'm saying? That's my
We
point.
will be on a path to never fixing anything if we do not find our true selves. Okay. Because if we do not find our true selves and we do not open to the light and we do not open to everything that is of acceptance and is something that is looked at as being needed, like the light, we will go to disaster. Of course we are, because we're going to forever believe that things are against us, that things are wanting to hurt us. So we're always going to be in that situation and in that place. But if we were to be the grateful souls that a lot of us are, and I know that there is a lot of out there that have got
Right.
souls of light. I know that, just like myself. Okay.
Yeah.
But there are so many of you that haven't. Okay. And you need to be able to, you've got to start to realize darkness and badness is not the way. It's not going to get you anywhere. It's just going to end this world and it's going to end everything that is in it. Okay, that's what we're doing. We're going to end our world because of our stupidity, because of our actions, because of the things that we're led to believe are real
I
by
agree
those
with you
here
there.
that really do not believe in us and do not care about us and spread us lies and crap every life. Okay, that's not them. That is the government. It's all of those, your politics, all of these people that say that they're there to save our worlds. They're there to help us. No, they're not. They take what they've got and they take it for themselves. Look at all of these people in this world that suffer every day, okay? And
Eat
us
that.
from other countries will take money saying they're going to help. And those people are still in the same place. Why do you think we're going to help you when you're not helping yourselves and you're not helping your own?
Exactly. No, that's
You need to help
listen,
your own. You need to help yourselves first. And that is by finding your light and your soul, okay?
right.
If you say
But
not
how
okay
about this,
to act
Sherry?
how you
How
act,
about this?
it's not okay to be like that.
Right. No, it's not. And Sherry, how about this? How about the, and listen, the weirdest thing just happened over all the years that I've been here. Somehow the strip of lights just in their LED, they should never go out. As you were talking, they just flickered and
It's him.
popped.
It's Mirel. Mirel is at the minute. Mirel is very angry. He is very, very angry.
Well, he has a right to be very angry at what's
And
going
you
on.
know,
But anyways, that happened,
like
and I
for
thought that
him,
was very weird. But the question I
yeah,
had for you
it's
was,
Mirel. And this is him trying to show you, look, I am here and I am listening to you and I am understanding what you're saying.
okay,
But please
good.
understand what we're saying. But please understand what we're saying as well. That it's about everybody, not just one race. It's everybody.
Right. Listen, and I'm trying to talk for the people out there who are not aware or who are
But it's not.
questioning.
Yeah. But
Listen,
it's not.
yeah,
It's not
listen.
just about them, is it? It's not
No,
just
no,
about
well,
the
right,
humanity here. It's about them as well. What we do down
right,
here affects just as what happens up there affects down here.
right,
It's about working together and being together. If you can't do that, how can they help you?
right. And Sherry, I
If you're
know
going
that,
to make it
and
about
and and,
yourselves
and I
and
know
that
that,
you're the only race that needs to be saved and loved,
right. And Sherry, I know that. I know that the
you're good.
world needs love. I have love. If you ask anybody on this channel here, that's
You
I've
do.
been spreading as much light and as much joy as I possibly can to each and every person that I come
Yes,
across. Okay.
Dino.
It may not come
Yes,
across this way
Dino.
because
And
we're
that's
in a
why.
heated discussion, but it is
Yes,
something
because
that I
that's
do on
how
a daily
heated
basis.
discussions are. Heated discussions are supposed to be like this. This is showing passion, showing love.
Yes.
This is a
Yes.
debate. This is not a debate of hate. This is a debate of love. Okay. This is
Exactly. There you go.
understanding each other and coming to connection. I'm here because they wanted me to come here. And why did they want
Yes.
me to come here? Because they that you're a light being, Dino. They know that you are good. That's why they put me in your
Thank you. And thank you for being
to
here.
find
And
you.
yes, yes, thank you. And it's a
All
listen,
you can
we've
keep
got to
doing
get the word out.
is doing that. Keep doing that, Dino.
Yes, and we've
Keep
got to get
spreading
the
your
word
love.
out.
Keep spreading your light because it will
Exactly.
bring other people. It will.
And that's what I'm doing. And if the discussion part of this is just trying a little bit of aggravation to because there's so much of the evil out there that we're trying to help, right? Me, you, everybody. But how about this, Sherry? The people who
then
have found the people, right? The people who have found that, um, is there any hope for them, or are they going to get lost amongst the people who never find themselves?
no, okay, everybody that has got the light, everybody that accepts the goodness and the love and has the belief will never go unnoticed. No matter where you end, you will not go unnoticed. They do not
I
want
believe that too.
anyone to go unnoticed. They want all to be noticed and be saved. But to do that, you need to find your true soul light. When you have people like Dino, like myself, that enlighten you with love and light, sit on your channels, sit on your panels and spread that love to somebody else. That's what they want you to do. They want you to bring more people in. They are not going to leave those that love and show light. No way, because you are part of them. They acknowledge that. Okay. So don't think, oh, well, we do all the love and the light in the world and we're still going to be in the same place. No, what you really think they enjoy seeing us all suffering, even the light bit. Do you think that they
Right.
enjoy that? When we suffer, they suffer. Okay. They suffer as well. Okay. Because they
Yeah.
are connected. So what can you do? Open yourself and your heart in more and show that love and that respect this world needs. It's not about them at the minute, okay? It's not about us. It's about the love in this world, saving this world, okay? It's stopping all of this horrible deceit that is going on all around this world and dividing us, okay? And bringing that all
Yeah.
back together, okay? And going, okay, we have struggled. We have had problems, but look where we got. We got ourselves out of the problem and we have made a better being of ourselves. Okay. And anybody, and I'm not, even people that have made mistakes and have done bad things, you can still turn that light around. You can still be saved.
It's never
You
too
can
late.
still
Right.
be acknowledged. But believe in here. Believe
Yeah.
in your true self. Forget all of
Yes.
the negative. Forget all of the bad and all of the misleading and go to your true self, your light. The only thing that can save you.
Yes, I agree 100%. And listen, I think if anything, that is the one thing. Listen, heated discussions are one thing, but let's spread the love. Let's try to hit as many people as possible with love and just kind things. And listen, and you got to hope that the world sorts itself out and enough love and
Exactly, Christian
energy.
Bradley. I believe that. I do. I 100% agree with what you're saying there. Recognize the vampires as well. Do not put energy into bad people either. Just be mindful. Exactly. Don't
Yeah,
feed the negative people. Feed the
exactly.
positive. Feed the
Yes,
positive.
yes. We're being bombarded every day with all sorts of
Yes.
evil. Like you
Yeah.
said, energy vampires,
And
whatever.
it's not all of our faults. It's not all of our faults that we're in
No,
this situation. It's not.
right.
Okay. And we have to live really hard lives, guys. We have to watch people we love die and go through horrible things. Okay. But
Yeah,
we can make a difference. Okay. We can stop that from repeating if we believe in it enough. Okay. We
yeah.
need to believe in ourselves. That is the only way we're going to get through this, is finding the light, finding the love, and
Amen.
realizing
No,
who you
listen.
truly are.
Yeah, I think that's what it all comes down to is just
Yep.
spreading it, spreading the word, spreading as much love as you possibly can, and that will overcome all the darkness. At least within your vicinity. Is it going to get rid of it? I think that's the thing that does aggravate me, like I've said before, is that it seems like an endless story or nightmare that might never end. And I think that's the part of me that gets a little saddened, a little upset, because I want
Of
to see
course.
everybody
But that
enjoy
shows that you're a
everything.
light being, Dino. That shows that you're
Mm,
light. That
Yeah.
shows that you like you. It upsets you. It affects you. That is what it's meant to do. A true person that loves and understands everything that they are will be saddened and
Yeah.
hurt by all of these things that happen, and will want to try to make a difference. We can't completely change this world, but we can put those words of encouragement out there, hoping that others will change their minds in how they, okay? That's all that we can do. And as I said to you, don't think that you're on your own, because you're not. They watch you every single day, okay? And when it comes to that time, if it's whether it's on this planet or on another that we leave, okay, you will be saved because of the light that you are, okay? They will
Yeah.
acknowledge that. They will know that.
Is there
Okay,
something,
so
let me ask this. Yeah. Let me ask this of you, because you're also a witch, and you know a little bit more information than the average person when it comes to uh, things we can do to help the world, even if we're closed in our room, our bedroom, our house, and we never go out. Are there things that we can do to spread the positive energy out there, and
you
make the
can
world a
do
better
a lot of,
place?
there is a lot of things that you can do. You could just do such things as writing on a candle, okay? Put love into the earth. I want to put love into the nature. I want to put love into humanity. And manifesting that through meditation, putting crystals and things out, putting positive thought into your meditation and stuff, putting that out. Going and doing such things as even playing music or soul, okay? Not music put on a radio. Get a drum, get anything, and start battering it, showing things, and progressing that love, that goodness, putting it out there, showing all of that love and respect that you've got. You've got other things such as even just talking to people when they're feeling a little bit down, and you're giving them that lift. That is love, okay? Doing all of the things that are good for you is love. So music, meditation, talking to, buying things for the planet, putting gifts, putting things down to strengthen it and to make it stronger, okay? And acknowledging the powers and the energies that are helping you. That includes the extraterrestrial, acknowledging what they are trying to do, okay? And showing that you are connected to that, and that you are one of them workers, that you will continue to do the work that they're doing and putting onto us, okay? All these
Yeah.
things will help this planet, okay?
Yeah.
Love
I
is what
hope
this
that one
planet needs.
day.
This planet's been being destroyed because of negativity. It just needs love. It needs to be recognized. A lot of people have
Yes.
forgot about it.
Right, right. And listen, I've been trying to get that out there for a long time, that everything is energy. You get out the right kind of energy, through all the good that you do, through the meditation, the prayers, the light. Imagine the
All of
earth
that.
healing itself, just a big white
Yes.
ball. Just concentrating on that. All these things that you can do every day, for 5 minutes a
Yeah.
day. Just, if you had
Yeah.
everybody on
Even
this
just 5
planet.
minutes. Even 5 minutes.
Do
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Just
If you had
shutting your
everybody on this
eyes,
planet doing
seeing
that, I
planet
mean,
Earth, seeing the
yeah,
humans, seeing all of this stuff, and then just seeing a white or a light going over it, okay, and feeling it and it's surrounding it.
yeah,
That is the love, that is the goodness, seeing that going around the world, okay? It's all energy, like Dino said. Energy is a powerful thing, and it's the one thing that makes things move, okay? And anyone can use it. It's in here and it's in
yep,
here, okay? So
yes.
use
And
it.
if you don't believe it,
Everyone's got it. Even bad has
yeah,
got it. It is there
yes,
in bad people as well. They've just got to find it, okay?
yep.
So
From the rock to the
there
air
and
to the
there.
person, everything is connected
Yes.
through energy, and you can be halfway across the universe, and you're connected somehow.
Even silly little
Um,
things like going out and watering your flowers, or going up to a
right,
woods and planting a few flowers that you see that are dying. Anything like that, watering them. It's all showing love and gratitude.
right,
You know what I mean? It's all showing that you
exactly.
care.
Yes, take care of your plants.
You know what
Love
I
your
mean?
plants. And I'm not just saying that.
And a lot of
It's a
things. You can water your bloody
it's
stones if you want to. If it's going to make you
right.
happy, do it.
Well,
As long as it's good things.
yes, yes, yes. Listen, Sherry, we're getting to the bottom of the hour. I don't. Is there any last things that you want to say before we end it? But I do want to say first that listen. Um, Hopefully people didn't take things the wrong way, but you do need discussion,
No.
and it don't bring
Yes.
the intense emotions out if you don't discuss it in a certain way, and it's needed, and it's only
And
passion coming from
the
me.
emotions were mixed because the emotions were of me and of them. Okay.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
It was not
Yeah.
just me, it was them as well. Okay.
And
This is how
I
much
hope
they do hurt. Okay.
and I
And
hope you feel I hope
for
you
me,
yeah, I hope you feel
is
the
listen
love
to what
coming
me and
from
Dino
me.
said to you.
Yeah.
I do. And that's why they asked
Okay.
me to come on here and said to come on here because they know that you're a good
Okay.
person. Okay. So that's why I did it. But all I'm going to say from me and from them, find yourself, believe in your love, and love the world a little bit more because that will make a change. And be more in thinking of what you want and not leading and listening to others that are not a good influence on you. Be yourself.
Yes, yes, 100%. And I think that's a good way to end it tonight. Um, listen, we had some very calm and interesting discussions, but this one is important. So that's why you know, it was
Oh,
intense.
I
But
hope I come
go ahead.
back. Of course, I'm going to come back. I'm not angry at Dino. I am not. Literally, this
No.
is how this sort of discussion should have been. There should have been a heated discussion because it shows there's passion both sides. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next time we talk,
There's
we
no
could be
hostility.
talking. Yes. Listen, whatever we talk
This
about
wasn't a
next
negative
time,
thing, guys. Don't think it was a negative thing. It
no.
wasn't a negative thing. It was a very good thing. It needed to be done.
Exactly. Rover says, tell them he said hello. So there you go. I don't know if you know
Nishna.
Rover, but okay.
Nishna.
Nice,
It's
nice.
hello and welcome.
Okay, okay, cool, cool. Okay, Sherry, well, with that said, geez, I mean, I'll definitely have you back. I mean, listen, this is the third time you
I'll
popped
definitely
in.
come back. Believe me, I will come back.
Yes, you popped into the open lines one night for a reason, right? And I think
Yeah.
it means something. And I think the message that you had here tonight means a lot. And I would say the same thing.
And you got
Everybody,
your little message as well with your lights going
yeah.
on and off. So that was them saying like,
Let me
hello.
tell you, Sherry, that was at the right point for it to make a message. For that to go off like that is, I've never seen that before. That was so odd, so weird. I don't know if it showed up on camera, if anybody's seen that, but it was boom. I'm like, wait, what happened behind me? But very
I did as well
interesting.
because
And
hang on a minute, has he turned the light on? But then it was like, no, it's
so
me.
you've seen it.
Just
Okay.
whatever. I was like, okay.
Okay, so it'll show up on camera
Yeah.
then. Okay, so very
So I
good,
kind of
very
looked
good.
shocked. I was like, is
But
that meant to be
with
doing that?
that,
And then Muriel was like, it's me. So
oh,
like, okay.
awesome, awesome. Listen, I'm going to do my thing and spread this, continue doing the love and the spreading of love and joy and happiness and everything. And I wish only that to you too, Sherry. And I will for sure
And
talk
to
to you
you.
again. Okay. And everybody loves you in the chat.
Okay,
Believe
thank you
me,
so much.
they love you coming on here. So
And I love
I
all
will
of
let
you
you go.
guys. So don't worry,
Yeah.
I'm not going anywhere. If you drop me out again, Dino, because I'm no good at trying to get out of this chat, as you know.
Yeah. No, I'll take you out, and then you got to close your browser to get completely out. So, if you
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying. Okay. So take
Yes,
care,
I do. Yeah.
Sherry. Much love to you.
No,
Okay, so there you go. That's Sherry, and again, check her link out below in the description of the box. And listen, you guys, things get heated and sound heated, and to all the new people that were in here, much love to each and every one of you. You guys probably are kind of maybe new to the channel too, and this may be your first exposure to me. But listen, it's all out of passion. It's all out of wanting the best for human civilization, for life to continue. Listen, I've got two kids. I want them the next 80 years of their life, if not more. Who knows? Will immortality eventually reach us? Who the heck knows? We don't know. And if my kids happen to be two that may see that at some point in the future, listen, I want this world to be a better place. So if you don't question things, and get to the bottom of certain issues, how can you make a change? You know what I mean? How can you not, spread the word and help and get the goodness out there? You know what I mean? It's a very difficult thing to do. And at some points it's frustrating. It's very frustrating. And so I will continue to do my thing, my part. I would ask you guys to definitely continue to spread the light. Continue the prayers for all the people who need them. All of our loved ones here in the chat and the channel. And there's PWI Spiritual Investigators. Make sure you're subscribed to that channel. She does also, I noticed that maybe last week you were doing a live investigation, and you were also, she's got stuff on her website that you guys might like too. So go check that out. And the link is in the description. But listen, much love to each and every one of you guys. I am going to get ready for the overnight stream tonight. It is Let George Do It, Bob Bailey. I think I got 2 more streams that I can still to finish out Let George Do It. This is stream number 5, and hopefully you guys enjoy that. And tomorrow night, who knows what's going on. I posted a message on Patreon and for the channel members that there won't be a movie night tonight. Listen, this has been a long week, with being sick and everything. And I'm just getting back to things. So there will be a new poll up for movie night next week. And overnight tonight, let George do it. And with that said, much love to each and every one of you. Rich Cat will be joining me on Wednesday. Sunday night, we do got Ginger for another movie review. And then she's has a holiday week. So Kathy will join me to do The Bad Seed from 1956. And it'll be interesting to talk to her about that movie. Because it's 1950s, black and white. It's which I love. So there you go. She just passionate totally. I actually fully relate to her types. She's in touch with the spirits and is a voyager to all their other realms and dimensions that we probably don't ever know, even know. Totally rad. Yeah. No, Sherry's a special person. I knew it when she popped into the open lines the one night, and that's why I said, listen, I need to have you on to talk about the witchcraft, to spread kind of some love, to heal. There were many things that we touched on throughout that interview, but this one just a little bit different. And in the end, the message is to please, let's heal this planet. Let's spread the love and the goodness. So there you go. We love the Late show in Woodstock, Georgia. Thank you, Way Up Dude. Good to see you. Good to see each and every one of you. The discussion, I'm sure I missed plenty in the chat. I know Horror Junkie gave a $5 super chat. Thank you very much. And with that said, I am going to leave you guys